a complete beginner's guide to setting up a planted tank.
This time, I'm tearing down an old tank and making a setup that's much more suitable for absolute beginners.
Throughout the whole process, I'll cover
the main reasons people regret their new tank. Usually because something went wrong with the layout. If you're getting ready to start a new tank,
this video goes into a lot of detail, so please watch it patiently because tearing down a tank is serious light hearing.
At the end, I'll also summarize my lighting schedule and water change routine for the first half month.
Alright, let's officially begin.
I'm Charlotte. Like, save, and watch it slowly later. If anything is unclear, ask freely in the comments.
I'll reply to everyone. This tank was set up earlier for a tutorial.
The layout was pretty casual,
so I didn't really maintain it much. Let's just tear it down and start a brand new tank for you. The plant in the back is Danish red rose. Hard to tell, right? It had basically grown into a tree. The CO2 was already gone too.
First, take the hardscape apart, then pull out all the aquatic plants. Next, scoop out the aqua soil bit by bit.
The lava rock has to come out too.
In the end, a little soil will remain at the bottom, so just fill the tank about halfway with water.
And wash the tank while you're at it.
Wipe the glass and everything clean.
Then pump the water out.
That's enough.
I won't spend too much time on the tear down.
It took me a whole day
to reset this tank back to factory condition and to make it closer to what most of you experience when starting a new tank. I rinsed my canister filter and filter media directly with tap water. Normally, you should rinse filter media with water from the original tank. That helps preserve the nitrifying bacteria inside the filter. It makes starting the new tank easier and faster.
Now it's the second day, and we're officially setting up the tank.
I think before aquascaping, you should keep
a good mood. For me, that's really important.
Because a planted tank will stay with you
for a long time.
If you create the layout when you're in a bad mood, no matter how you look at it later, it will feel uncomfortable. For this layout, I'll build terrace layers one by one. Each layer will be a little higher to create a sense of depth.
Any problems I run into during the layout process,
I'll explain in detail and show you how to handle them. First, use lava rock as the base. For me, this kind of base layer
is not absolutely essential.
The most important thing is that it's of aqua soil.
After laying the lava rock, pour in 1 bag of aqua soil.
For the foreground area, try to spread it as flat as possible.
Keep it neat. It doesn't need to be very high. For the stones, I plan to use only pine bark stones. The surface of this stone is quite brittle, so crumbs fall off easily. When washing it, just rinse at the surface edges, and some mud or sand. For the largest main stone, let's use it as our first terrace. For the stone on the second terrace,
I want it to be thinner, but long enough and high enough.
That way, the terrace space behind it will be larger.
Then add more aqua soil.
It should be a little higher than the first terrace.
Then place the stones. Aqua soil may leak down from the side.
Just block it with a small stone.
You can also tear off a piece of filter floss and stuff it into the gaps. The third layer needs even more height and more soil.
Many people worry that using too much aqua soil
might cause problems. Actually, it's not a big issue.
Just change more water.
Be diligent and dilute the excess nutrients.
Some people also worry about the slope.
If the aqua soil is piled too high, will it collapse?
Actually, after you plant the aquatic plants,
the slope will naturally be held back a bit.
Also, for each terrace layer later,
I'll create a path through it,
which helps reduce pressure on the slope. Then move the extra aqua soil from other areas into the path. Try to keep it parallel to the terrace in front. That way, the plants we add later will still be visible. This is also a common problem for beginners. Some plants get planted,
but once you look from the front, you can barely see them.
On the right side, I also separated it into several steps and a slope. After the path comes down, there's a platform here.
In a spot like this, you can plant taller aquatic plants as accents.
That way, they'll be visible.
Basically, the hardscape is almost done here.
Now, let's start planting.
Before planting the aquatic plants, start from the back and spray the aqua soil with it.
Because the rear slope is higher, I usually check from the side of the tank. Once the aqua soil is mostly wet, that's enough.
Don't add too much water.
After spraying, let it sit for a while. This helps the soil grains stick together more firmly.
Then go rinse the plants while waiting. The plants I'm preparing are muslimous grown or tissue culture cups. You can buy submerged grown plants, but they will cost more. Many people think these are hard to keep. In fact, some melting after planting is normal.
That's because the plant is adapting underwater. Once new leaves grow out, it'll be fine.
For the mini dwarf baby tears, I used 15 cups, plus high fountain views, mini velvet, ghost views, and pink malawi.
And this aquatic plant is quite special. In winter, its leaves turn white. The main body of this layout is a large carpet
of mini dwarf baby tears.
So these plants are only accents.
They are usually planted between stone gaps, or wherever you like. Now start planting the mini dwarf baby tears.
This is going to be a long process. When planting, keep the roots facing down and insert them into the soil.
Try to push them in at an angle, then slowly pull the tweezers out from their side.
If the planting process takes a long time, remember to spray the plants in between to keep them moist.
Once planting is done, start filling the tank with water. When the mini dwarf baby tears spread out, all these parts will become green,
and the plants will pull together.
There's basically nothing special left to watch out for.
When adding water, go slowly and use some filter floss to block the flow. That makes the water flow much gentler. On the first day, I don't turn on the light.
I don't turn on CO2 either.
On the second day, I run the light at 30 watts for 2 hours, then change half the water at night. After that, I keep the CO2 running 24 hours a day. On day 3, 30 watts for 3 hours, and change 1/3 of the water. On day 4, 4 hours of light, and change 1/4 of the water. On day 5, 5 hours of light, with no water change. On day 6, 6 hours of light, and change on 1/4 of the water. Then on day 7,
the plants should have rooted a little better.
At this point, add a few black shell shrimp.
Then increase the light to 40 watts. These shrimp can help control
some algae growth.
Then keep the light on 6 hours a day for 1 week. During that period, change 1/4 of the water every 2 to 3 days.
After half a month, raise it to 60 watts
for 8 hours a day. Finally,
I hope you can all set up a planted tank you truly like.
Do you like this tank?
You can follow me. I'll keep setting up tanks for everyone. And I'll stick with this very detailed, slightly long-winded way of explaining things.
Alright, see you in the next video.